have you rung the ornate bell than the face of a lizard woman surfaces from behind a rock up on the ledge before you. Her stare is as sharp as the bolt eyeing you from atop her crossbow.
Stand back and keep your hands off your weapons! Convince me you're no Magister, or draw one last deep breath. I will not. You do not wear the collar of oppression. Explain. I have heard of this woman. No Magister would know. She can deceive our enemies, but sadly she cannot escape them. You do not share this weakness, as your presence here attests. I apologize for the steel-tipped welcome, but lives are at stake. Hold on, I'll let you up.
With one graceful motion, the lizard throws down a tangled mess of vines for you to climb.
Come, ascend to the sanctuary of Amadia. You'll find you're not the only guest here, but the Great Mother provides for all.
The Red Prince interrupts as you're about to speak.
This woman is a dreamer. I can see the answers spinning in her eyes. Do rest your legs for a bit while I question her. You're too kind.
Red Prince and the Dreamer exchange courteous pleasantries, as if they're finding themselves in a palace hall instead of a death-ridden swamp. She introduces herself as Bahara. To your surprise, they next lie down on the ground in a seemingly warm embrace and fall asleep. What follows, though, is far from peaceful. They claw and thrash as if struggling for dear life, caught in the hold of some hideous nightmare. Then they wake, haggard, exhausted. They speak of a vision, Brahmos, and another red lizard.
Praise the daylight. I am now. There was death in that dream, chasing me like 100 hungry lions. But at least I've new directions. When we escape and find ourselves on the mainland once more, I must search for Brahmos the Wanderer. Then I will finally know the truth.
Be welcome to this sanctuary. Amadia's the proud man has returned, but yours is the pride, is it not? All in this sanctuary rejoice to have Sir Gareth back, but yours is the glory. Good. You did well. These seekers were blind without their leader, but you returned their one-eyed king. He is a good man. He will try to do well. But you, I think, will be the one to make the true difference. My name is Bahara. Like you, I am a sorcerer. But unlike you, I am also a faithful servant of Amadia. Praise be her name, and praise be her starlit eyes. Amadia is the Great Mother. She is the goddess in whose womb magic was conceived, from whose sacred body immortal wizards were born. Gratiana, her priestess in this sanctuary, is teaching me her ways. For several years now, I've been her disciple, but she has resided here for centuries, sustained by Amadia's love. I was like you once. a lost soul driven by instinct from the bowels of Fort Joy. There have been others. They tried to make it back to the mainland, but were never heard of again. I chose to stay. My home is here now. This is where I found solace, found sanctuary. I found the Great Mother and have been nurtured by her magic ever since. The guests, they call themselves Seekers. They're brave people and friends to sorcerers. But you'll find them a battered band here today, brought low by bloody battle. Magisters, of course. Who else? The Seekers came here to rescue a sorcerer from the fort. They failed. Many fell. They've heard the Shrieker's shriek. I thank the goddess I'm not haunted by their sound. To know one's fate is to be fearless. I reside in Amadia's palm. I am hers to shield or hers to crush, and in that knowledge, I am content. They knew him to be God-woken. They sought to kindle the divinity slumbering deep within his soul. But Alexander bears no rivals. Only the son can follow the father, or so he is convinced. For him, divinity. For the others, the dungeons. It is truly harrowing to know this man seeks to be the Seven's chosen. Have you never heard of them? From the tales they tell of Brachus Rex. They were living weapons, made of flesh and reared in torture. The pain they endured was so terrible, their screams turned to solid lightning. Turns out the tales are true. The Magisters dug deep and returned these horrors to the surface. As you wish. It is the laboratory of a lunatic. A place removed from mercy and sanity where mad Brachus Rex would experiment to his dark heart's content. There are ruins in the marshes. Stonework vultures that perch above the king's long-buried treasure. But his is not a treasure of gold, ruby, and sapphire. It is a treasure of death, weapons, and vile magic. The nights here are long and lonely, but I often listen to my mistress Gratiana speak of days long gone, the heydays of Brachus Rex. Perhaps she will tell you her tales as well. Haunted quagmires is what they are, and what is mired in them is madness. Brachus Rex, he went too far. Source was never meant to be harnessed in weaponry. May Amadia curse his soul for turning creation into destruction. My knowledge is but a pond. Gratiana's is the sea. It is the sea you should speak to.
You're in luck, sorcerer. Gareth's back, and he's going to get us out of here. All of us.
The young woman stares at a trio of bodies, dead from their wounds, seemingly.
They're
My Lucian's locks. Stop fidgeting, lad.
they're dead. And for what?
You're in luck, sorcerer. Gareth's back, and he's going to get us out of here. All of us.
This one might serve, but not long.
He works fast, checking weapons to see if they're battle-ready. He thumbs the edge of a blade. It draws blood. He grins.
The blade is thirsty. Now, what can I do to thank you for saving Sir Gareth? Fancy a weapons upgrade? We don't have much, but you're welcome to what's here. Nice doing business with you. I wish I had better wares to offer.
So no curse will come. I pray you see them sleep. I pray this in your name. Blessed Almighty, grant these soldiers your protection. I pray you will strengthen their spines and set their blades aflame. I pray you will bless their armor, so no curse may pass. I pray you see them safe. I pray this in your name. and set their
broken.
blades aflame. I pray you will bless their offering, so no curse may pass them. I pray you see them safe. I pray this in your name.
Now that Gareth returned.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
Did you see? Gareth's back.
out of here, now that Gareth's returned.
The young man fidgets with his armor and half-sword excitedly. He sees you approach.
Was it you who saved Sir Gareth? From the Magisters? Seven praise you, stranger. You don't know what it was like for us here. We all thought we were going to die. Now, with Sir Gareth back to lead us, and if I know him, he must have found those source weapons, we might actually have a chance at surviving this.
My welcome is
I told you, lass. We'll be heading home in no time.
blessed Amma. Grant these soldiers your protection.
Did you see?
I pray you
Gareth's back.
and set
He's
their
here to take us home.
so no curse will pass. I pray you cease.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Take heart, Leia. You're stronger than you know.
Thank you, Gareth. I can't wait to go home.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Your eyes brim with inquiry, so ask.
Take heart, Leia.
Quite right. Do seek my counsel. I highly recommend it.
I can't wait to go home.
A moment's pause. I had thought us too wicked for rest.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
If we have different paths to take, you and I, so be it.
We can finally get out of here, now that Gareth's returned.
No time.
Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
Why, you shouldn't knock. Stop fidgeting, lad.
grant these soldiers your protection. I pray you will strengthen their spirits.
It's peaceful here,
and set
but
their
I'll not be
blades
sorry to see the
aflame.
back of these swamps.
I pray you will bless their armor, so no curse may pass it. I pray you see them safe. I pray this in your name.
Amidst the placid little pond, the face of a goddess lies half submerged in the water. Rivulets stream from her deep-set eyes like endless cascades of sunlit tears. You feel peaceful in her presence, soothed somehow by an intangible comfort. As you gaze upon her loving face, you find yourself drawn into a trance-like state. A voice seems to reach you from within your mind and from the furthest reaches of the stars. Its whispers caress you like a breeze.
And set their blades aflame. I pray you will bless their armor, so no curse may pass.
The voice grows stronger, like a breeze picking up. What were whispers become words.
My children, my children. Gone are my children. Dead are they in the cradle I have ruled.
A feeling of indescribable sadness assails you. It feels like your heart merges with the spirits, torn together by a coil of thorns.
My child, weep with me for the mother who has lost. Weep with me and bathe in the tears of Amadia.
Your tears mingle with those of the goddess down in the tranquil crystalline pond. As suddenly as it came, the voice is gone, and you wake from its presence as if from dream-filled slumber. The pond now shines with an inner light, and standing in its waters, you feel rejuvenated, pure, as if born anew.
Amadia's grace, blessings upon this day.
Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
The goddess's tears still stream freely, but an aura of loving calm now permeates the soft, moist air.
Divine blessed.
Back so soon? Changed your mind about teaming up?
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
Right you are. Lead the way.
tired.